What if the traits you've been running from are the very ones controlling your life? Not your strengths, not your discipline, but the shadow you refuse to name. Here's the uncomfortable truth psychology rarely tells you. Every man is ruled by a darker engine beneath his morals. And the man who doesn't know which one is driving him is already being driven by someone else. Pause for a second. Think about the moments you felt powerful. Now think about the moments you felt invisible. Those patterns weren't random. They were fingerprints. In psychology, especially the parts influenced by Machiavellian thinking, there are 3 dark personality types that quietly shape behavior, ambition, relationships, and self-image. Not villains. Not monsters. But forces. And today, we're pulling the curtain back on the first one. But before we do, understand this. Most men never reach this point. They scroll. They distract themselves. They tell themselves they're fine. And that's exactly why they lose. Because power doesn't belong to the morally pure. It belongs to the self-aware. Micro cliffhanger. In the first dark type, it hides behind confidence, but feeds on something much weaker. The narcissist, the hunger for reflection. This is the most common and the most misunderstood. The narcissist doesn't love himself. That's the lie. Psychology shows the opposite. He is addicted to being loved. Admiration is his oxygen. Attention is his currency. Without it, he collapses. He curates his image carefully. Says the right things. Posts the right moments. Wins arguments not to be right, but to be seen. On the surface, he looks strong. But beneath that surface is panic. Here's where Machiavellian psychology cuts deep. The narcissist doesn't chase power. He chases validation. And validation is the weakest substitute for control. Micro cliffhanger. In the moment admiration disappears, something dangerous happens. When praise fades, the narcissist spirals. He becomes reactive, defensive, sometimes cruel. Not because he's evil, but because his identity depends on reflection. Relationships become mirrors. Friendships become stages. And the moment someone stops clapping, they're discarded. This is why narcissists often feel used by life. They're always performing, never directing. Psychology calls this externalized self-worth. Machiavelli would call it fatal dependence. Because when your sense of value lives in other people's eyes, anyone can control you. Micro cliffhanger. And here's the part most men don't want to hear. If you feel empty when you're not praised. If criticism hits you harder than failure. If being ignored feels worse than being wrong. This type may be ruling you. But awareness changes the game. The moment a narcissist sees his hunger, he has 2 choices. Stay addicted, or convert admiration into leverage. And that's where this gets dangerous. Because when a narcissist stops begging for reflection and starts using perception strategically, he transforms. But that transformation comes with a cost. And it opens the door to the second dark personality type. One far colder, far quieter, and far more powerful. Cliffhanger. If the narcissist needs to be seen, the next type doesn't care if you ever see him at all. If the first type craves applause, the second thrives in silence. No spotlight. No validation. No need to be liked. This is where psychology gets uncomfortable and Machiavelli gets honest. Because the second dark personality type doesn't ask, do they admire me? He asks, can I move them? The Machiavellian, the architect of control, This type is often invisible. Not weak, strategic. In psychology, Machiavellianism is defined by emotional detachment, long-term planning, and calculated influence. In real life, it looks like this. He listens more than he speaks. He reveals less than he knows. He understands people not to connect, but to predict. Where the narcissist reacts, the Machiavellian waits. Where others seek approval, he studies leverage. Micro cliffhanger. In that patience, it's not kindness. The Machiavellian sees human behavior as patterns. Fear. Desire. Ego. He doesn't hate people. He simply doesn't romanticize them. This is why he often wins quietly. Promotions. Negotiations. Social dominance. Psychology shows he delays gratification better than most. Machiavelli would say he understands timing. But here's the danger. Control without conscience erodes something essential. Because when you stop feeling, you stop meaning. Micro cliffhanger. And that emotional emptiness leads directly to the